After all, examinations are for that purpose, to give you a position, to make you somebody. Titles, position, and knowledge encourage you to be something. Have you not noticed that your parents and teachers tell you that you must amount to something in life, that you must be successful like your uncle or your grandfather, or you try to imitate the example of some hero to be like the masters, the saints. So you are never free. Whether you follow the example of a master, a saint, a teacher, a relative, or stick to a particular tradition, it all implies a demand on your part to be something, and it is only when you really understand this fact that there is freedom. Welcome to the Krishnamurti podcast. I am Samyogi, and this is episode number 88. Today is October 22nd, 2025. It's a Wednesday, and we are discussing the 9th talk at Oman, the Netherlands, delivered by jkrishnamurti on August 10th, 1933. So let me continue from where I left off yesterday, which was episode 87. Krishnamurti says, "Now I say, do not examine consciously or subconsciously hindrances which lie in the past. Do not dig out from the dead past into the present all the dead hindrances, but begin to live in the present, and then in that living quality all your hindrances come into activity without your going back. In that there is a joy, whereas in going back and trying to understand and dig out through effort the hindrances of the past, you but create another center of the I. Instead of being in the past, it comes into the present. Egotism still remains, and therefore it is a hindrance in itself." So this should be somewhat clear. I'll just repeat this part. In going back and trying to understand and dig out through effort the hindrances of the past, you but create another center of the I. Instead of being in the past, it comes into the present. So Let's continue. Instead of being in the past, it comes into the present. Egotism still remains, and therefore it is a hindrance in itself. It is like a ship. In its movement, it knows its hindrances. If it is still, it cannot know its hindrances. Now you are still and trying to dig out from the past or trying to get rid of your hindrances, but that is purely a mental picture, a process, a mental effort, which to me is the utter destruction of action, of living. Whereas if in your movement, if in your action, whatever it is, you are both mentally and emotionally fully awake, then you will know what is impeding you. And in that flame of awareness, that impediment is destroyed because you have understood the cause. So we have podcasted on this before, and now we are going through it again. So I encourage you to listen to the last few episodes if you are interested in understanding this in depth. Let's continue, otherwise we'll never get out of this talk. Krishnamurti says further, so I hope you see that it is not through the accumulation of ideas, of experience, of knowledge, that you can come to that fullness, that plenitude of life, nor through making an effort to liberate yourself from hindrances, which again is utterly false. So what does he mean by the word accumulation? I hope you understood if you listen to the prior podcasts what accumulation means. I'll briefly explain it. You have a set of problems for which you accumulate a set of ideas which you call teaching. A set of ideas, let's say from jkrishnamurti, that you have memorized in your mind, which it becomes a repertoire of ideas from which you take one idea and apply it to solve a problem. That becomes your experience and it becomes part of your memory. And you accumulate that experience, that solution. Again, bang, comes another problem. And again you look into the repertoire of ideas and you pick out another idea from which you get a solution for your problem, and so on and so forth. And you think that the teaching is helping you because you are accumulating solutions to your problems through the ideas which constitute the teaching. So Krishnamurti says that's not the way. So this we have gone into in detail in the last podcast or the last few podcasts. So I'll not repeat those. I'll just say that this accumulation of ideas, of experience, of knowledge is not what leads you to infinite action. So Krishnamurti's words here are, so I hope you see that it is not through the accumulation of ideas, of experience, of knowledge that you can come to that fullness, that plenitude of life. Nor through making an effort to liberate yourself from hindrances, which again is utterly false. So I hope you see that it is not through the accumulation of ideas, of experience, of knowledge that you can come to that fullness, that plenitude of life, nor through making an effort to liberate yourself from hindrances, which again is utterly false. But in your action, you become aware of your hindrances with your whole mind and heart. Then in that awareness, you will know what the hindrances are and therefore the cause. But then you will tell me, I am incapable of meeting experience fully. Therefore, I go into the subconscious and drag out all the hindrances so that I can meet fully the present. But you do meet fully, completely everything in which you are interested. If that action or if that problem is really vital, then you do meet it fully. So what is happening? You do not meet things fully because you are all the time trying to escape. Do not say, I must get rid of escape, but become conscious that you are escaping, and then you will cease to escape. What I want to convey is very difficult to put into words. You cannot understand the whole significance of life through a division, through a part, and all our effort is to go through a part, through individuality, through getting rid of hindrances, through effort which creates another particularity. Effort exists so long as there is a part, and you cannot come through a part to the whole. You cannot understand it, you cannot realize the whole loveliness of that completeness through a little thing, though one experience will, if rightly approached, give you the whole. So this will be a short podcast because unfortunately I have reached the time where I stop recording. As I said before, I stop recording 48 minutes before sunrise, and it's now 44 minutes for the sun to rise. So thank you. You have a wonderful day.